نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Dear students, welcome in Pakistan Learning System Session 2020. This is English for grade 7. The name of the book is Guided English. Today is lecture number 8, lesson number 4, Watching the Weather. Inshallah, Bismillah, we'll do the reading and explanation in the first session and then move towards the exercise, particularly comprehension and vocabulary section. I'm your teacher, Adnan Sabir Mirza. I welcome you in my class. Page number 17 of your textbook, Guided English, page 17, lesson 4, Watching the Weather. This passage is taken from the book called Watching the Weather by J.M. Branson. Two children, June and John, have been asking their father a lot of questions about the weather. He is the pilot on an aircraft belonging to a big airline, and so he is able to explain air and wind. We will begin with the wind. How do you know when there is a wind? What do you see or feel? You can hear it rushing past the house and in the trees. You can feel it against you and you can see it blowing things about. But you cannot see anything doing it, answered John. Try waving your hands quickly, said his father. Both John and June waved their hands. Then they folded some paper to make fans and waved the fans about. This felt even more like the wind. It blew John's hair about and made the fire blaze up. They were able to move a table tennis ball along and keep a balloon in the air. This is something which feels. Are you with me? Are you on the line? See this mouse. There is something which feels like a wind and moves things about as the wind does, they said. But we cannot see anything. So, how can there be anything there? Come into the kitchen, said their father. He filled the sink with water and asked their mother for two empty jam jars. One of them he pushed into the water with mouth of the jar down. What has happened? He asked. John and June looked and then said together, the water has only gone in a little way. What keeps it out? Watch, said their father and tilted the jar on one side. Tilt means to move from straight to reclining or inclined shape. Big bubbles came out and the water filled the jar. What came out, he said, why air? Why air? The children replied. The jar was full of air. You see, their father said the jar was not empty. It was full of air and air is all around us. We live at the bottom of a great sea of air. When I fly my plane, it goes through air, but I do not get to the top of it because it become thinner and thinner as you go up, and as at last it is too thin to hold the plane up anymore. John and June then played with jars and air and water, catching bubbles from one jar and another. Suddenly they noticed that they could lift up a jar full of water without the water running out. If the mouth of the jar was below the water, when they pointed this out, their father showed them a trick. He slipped a card under the mouth of the jar and then lifted the jar right out of the water. When he took his hand away, the card, much to the surprise of the children, stayed on. Why does it do that? They said. And why does the water stay in the jar when you lift it up? That is because the air has weight, their father said, and its weight presses down and round in all directions. It possesses on the bottom of the card and holds it up. Come and look at something in the hall. The children went with him, and he pointed out an object on the wall which had a face and a pointer. On the face was marked rain, change, dry, and some figures. This is called a barometer, their father told them. It means a weight measurer. It measures the weight of the air and shows how much it is pressing down on us. The pressure is nearly 15 pounds on every square inch most of the time, but it is sometimes a bit more and sometimes a bit less. Their father asked June to fetch a balloon. He blew it up, and when he let go the neck, they could feel the air coming out as wind. They were able to find waves on the water in the sink and blow a little boat of John's along. The more they pressed the balloon, the harder the wind blew. I see, said John. The wind is moving air. The air moves from where I press hard on it to where no one is pressing. Yes, said his father. Winds blow from where pressure is high to where it is low. So if all the weather stations find what the pressure of jar is, they can see from the map which way the wind will blow. Next day, John and June set about making a wind vane so that they could see each day which way the wind blew. The picture shows how it was made. Now let's see the picture. Now see the picture. The picture is shows a stand. It is erected on a large nail, and there is a cross which is made of balsa wood. It is uh, nailed, and here are the cup, ice cream, carton painted black. Three of them are black, and one is one carton painted white. Now, they also made a kind of windmill. Now look at the windmill. It is a post and nail or brass wire, and here we have grass tube or bottle. erected on it, and this is a painted cardboard 2 layers, make it double. They also made a kind of windmill to see how fast the wind was blowing. They counted the number of times it went round in a minute and put both the wind direction and the speed of their windmill on a big sheet of paper each day before they went to school. They also noticed what the wind was doing to smoke, trees, plants, and twigs. June and John began to notice when air and air pressure were used. Tires of bicycles and cars were blown up with air. When the roadmen broke up the road, their drills used air. Their father showed them too. The hammers, workers by compressed air to tighten rivets on aeroplanes, rivets. Rivets are like a screw and the nut, and you just press it one time and it will not open. It can be broken, but it cannot be tightened or yes. That is rivets. You can say rivets or rivets. It's different according to the region. The pronunciation is different. They were hair dryers, vacuum cleaners, and electric fans, which made a wind. They were able to make their own book about things and places where air or wind was used. Yes, I think this is it. So this is the end of the reading section. Alhamdulillah Ta'ala. Now, students, it is your homework or you say assignment to read the text again from the screen and write difficult words with the words which are difficult for you, the meaning of which you ask yourself you don't know. Actually, this is your self effort. This is a test of your loyalty with yourself, not with me. I have nothing to do with it. If you work hard, you will succeed. I will not be affected. However, if you do some work, you will do something for me, and then you will be able to pray for me also. So, underline or write the difficult words in your copies. Find them in the dictionaries. Find them from the dictionaries if you have, or you can find from Google. Write the meaning. So, word meaning is your first homework. The second is to do all exercises in your notebook. Comprehension and vocabulary. Now let's move to the comprehension vocabulary. This one. Okay. Which of these statements are true and which are untrue? True, false, simple. These are 11 questions and you will see the answers below. One second. So true, false. This is from the previous lesson. I have everything in one file. Inshallah, I will give you the printouts when we start the regular classes. Inshallah. We should pray in the blessed month of Ramadan to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to take us out from this pandemic. So exercise A. Which of these are true and which are untrue? Number one, you can hear the wind. True. The answer key is down. Then you can see it here. I will read it, but you will do it with full questions and full answers in your notebook. Like you will write comprehension and vocabulary after the name of the lesson and number of the lesson, put the date, and then comprehension vocabulary, and then exercises, and the question. Then question number one: can you hear the wind? Then you will write true in front of it. I don't want 1, 2, 3 and true like this. Okay. Number two, you can see the wind. You cannot see, untrue. Number three, can you feel the wind? Yes, true. Number four, when you push an empty jar upside down into the water, no water goes inside the jar. No, some water goes, so it's untrue. Number five, when you push an empty jar upside down into the water, in little water, uh, a little water goes into the jar. Yes, true. Number five, true. Number six, an aeroplane flies better where the air is thinner. Untrue. Number seven, you cannot weigh air. Untrue, we can weigh it. Number eight, air moves to where the air pressure is slow. Air moves to where the air pressure is low from where the air pressure is high. True. Number nine, a wind vane measures the air pressure. Untrue. Number 10, a windmill shows the speed of the wind. Number 10, true. Air pressure has many uses. Number 11 is not written. I will write it. Number 11. Number 11 is true. Okay. So exercise B. Answer these questions. This is page number 19 on the book. Exercise B. Answer these questions in complete sentences. Number one, what is wind? Is the question. The answer is in the next piece here. Answer keys, which is written here. Answer keys. Yes. What is wind? Answer is wind is moving air. Okay. You will do it like this. Write the question from here and write the answer from here at one place. Question number one, answer number one. Number two, where did the first experiment, what did the first experiment with the jam jar show? Number two, it shows that the jar is not empty, but it is actually full of air. Number three, what did the second experiment with the jam jar show? The second experiment shows that air pressure all around us enough to keep the card pressed onto the jar so that the water does not come out. Number four, the barometer measures air pressure. What is the use of this? Number four, It is useful to measure air pressure because we know that the wind blows from areas of high pressure to areas of low pressure. Okay. Number five, what is compressed air? Compressed air is air that is forced into a defined space or container until the air pressure is higher inside than outside. The compressors used in our air conditioners and in refrigerators and in our motor cars, they do the cooling. They make the air cold. So this is the blessing of the compressed air, compressed gas, or actually air is full of gases, so we can do some experimentation on it. So students, this was the reading section. So your first assignment is to find out the difficult words in the lesson, in the text, and write them in your copies, and then find out their meaning, and uh, first do this. In the second space, do the comprehension and vocabulary exercise A and B. The first one, exercise A, is true false, and the second one is question answer. In your uh, notebooks, and then we'll do the next phase of language structure. Language structure. Let's see if we can do the language structure right now a little bit. Okay, because we have, I think we have some time, at least 10 minutes. So language structure, subject and the verb. The car arrived. Here, students, you can see the car is the subject, and the arrived is arrive, arrived, arrived. Arrive means to come. That is the verb, that is the action. So subject and the verb are available in this sentence. The car arrived. This is simplest kind of sentence. It has subject, car, and the verb arrive. Car is a noun, and we can build up the sentence by adding words that tell us more about the noun. These words are called adjectives. The, the large, a large new, a large new red, a large new red racing. So these are the qualities. These are, the means the particular. If we are talking about the car which we purchased, or the car which had gone into an accident, so that car will be the car, because we are referring to that. So the large, that is the specification, the large new, and the new, large new red, and the red racing, these are all adding to the adjective. Now exercise A of the language structure portion asks us add adjectives to these sentences. The man died. The dog lay down. The lion left. A meeting took place. A thing happened. A girl fainted. A parcel arrived. The pen broke. The tree fell down. A policeman came. Now, students, you will do language structure exercise A. First, you will write sentence number one. The man died. Then you will write the answer from the answering key given below. Sample sentence I have done it for you. The man died. The funny bald man died. So these are the adjective qualities: funny and bald. Bald is without hair. Number two, the dog lay down. The sleepy or three-legged dog lay down. You can make it simple, but we have done it for you. Now I'm reading only the answers. An unplanned brainstorming meeting took place. Number five, a hilarious thing happened. Number six, a tall and skinny girl fainted. Number seven, a fancy little parcel arrived. Number eight, the brand new marketing pen broke. The biggest shady tree fell down. Last, a short, fat policeman came. Okay. This is not exercise B. I will take this. This is actually the next page. This is the next page. So, exercise B. Yes, this is exercise B. So I think this is enough for right now, because we have the time of 30 minutes lecture. So we are almost there. So I have some other exercises to do. So inshallah, Bismillah will complete this in the coming section. So you can do the reading from here, or and I think we should finish this. I'll give you. So these are these are some other adjectives also. Okay. So exercise B is add the phrases above to the sentence so that it make good sense. The man spoke, the bicycle fell over, the mouse squeaked, the woman laughed, the lorry began to move. Now these are the answers. The man behind the man behind the counter moved. 1 minute. It needs some work. I'm doing it side by side. So okay. The boy standing in front of the house stopped. Number two, the man arriving the car waved. The old man riding the bicycle fell down. Okay. Now the next is useful words and phrases. Okay, off and off. Off with a single F and off with a double F. So he says add off or off. So I'll show you the exercise on the screen. Yes. The teacher dashed the man took dash his hat. So off and off. Number two, he has gone to the middle. he has gone dash to the middle to dash jungle to eat it. So off. You can see now I'll read the last two. The cup fell. The cup fell off the shelf and the handle was broken off. So ninth one are both ninth is with a double F. Off means to switch off, like you switch off the light, and off is the other preposition. Both of these are the prepositions, but the proper use of what did he die of? Is single F. He died of heart attack. In number six, let's see. The wind broke off. Off. Broke off. Broke off means to break it. Of the tree, a branch of the tree. Okay. So it will make sense. You will do the exercise. That answers are here and the questions are here. So this is the end of today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed. Inshallah, Alhamdulillah, we have finished lesson 4. I wanted to make it in splits, but Alhamdulillah, we managed to do it somehow. The next lesson is more interesting, inshallah, we'll do. So for now, bye bye. Ramzan Mubarak to all of you. Take care of you, take care of your parents, and enjoy your vacation. Assalamu alaikum.